Welcome back. Another raw talk, right? A lot of you guys have been saying you like these videos. They've been doing well, so I'm going to do another one, right? If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're unprofitable or struggling with your trading. And I don't blame you. Trading is hard. But it's also because a lot of the time, as people, we overcomplicate it more than we have to, which we don't. We do it to ourselves a lot of the time. I'm going to go over some stuff that I noticed with a lot of students that people make mistakes, and these are very common things that everybody goes through that I see. A lot of my mentorship students or people that I trade on live that are in the Discord, it's things that they all do, and that I see and I know is very correctable. Everything's a decision, and that's something I'm going to get into, right? But the first point is peer pressure, right? Peer pressure is a big one, right? A lot of you guys will go on social media and you'll see your mentor making money, right? Or comparing yourselves to people on YouTube or wherever it is you see your people trading, wherever maybe you're a YouTube person, Instagram person, TikTok, it doesn't matter, right? You might go on social media every day after you trade and compare yourself to people, or maybe you're in a Discord and you compare yourself to your mentor, right? You see them make $5,000, $2,000, and you're like, oh, I only made $500. That's not a lot of money. That's money. That's good money, right? Especially if you still work a 9 to 5 and you're unprofitable. You don't think of it as $500 because in your head you're like, oh, I'm probably going to blow it. I don't really know what I'm doing. So it's not really $500 because I'm probably going to lose it anyways. No, it's actually $500, unless you lose it. Something you need to get into your head is everything is a decision, right? When you blow your account, or when I see my mentorship students, right, we'll get on a call and I'll set a whole game plan, right? And yet they'll fail and go off track, right? Let's say you said, okay, your days, you're going to lose no more than $500. They'll come back the next day and be like, oh, I blew my account. How? I told you, let's say, to, calculate how many points all your trades are. You should know how much you're risking or going to TP for on every trade, right? You should have a plan for every trade. If not, don't enter because you're gambling, right? You have no edge over the market. You made a choice to over leverage or not do the math on your trade, let's say, calculate how much you're risking, and now you blew your account. Or let's say you didn't have a hard stop. Maybe you did all that. You didn't set a hard stop, right? And you got to your stop, you didn't sell, and you let it run. Next thing you know, blown account, right? That's a decision you made. Everything's a decision, right? You being profitable, you having money and, being financially free, not having to work and to be dependent on someone else is a decision you make for yourself every day, right? Some of you might be in the shoes where, okay, I've been there when I was unprofitable. I've been trading for 5 years. I started when I was 16. I'm 21 now. Now I teach and, I love it. But listen, it took time to get here, right? I've been doing this for a while, right? It's not overnight. So, man, I just saw somebody on Instagram the other day talking about, oh, I've been trading for 10 months. I've blown a couple of accounts. I'm down $1,000. Bro, $1,000. Come on, grow some nuts. Oh, dude, come on. 1,000 is nothing. Come on, invest in yourself. It's your future. Boo-hoo, you blew a couple evals. You lost $1,000 over a course of 10 months. Ugh, come on, dude. Let's be real. Mindset. Let's get back on track. You make the decision, right? Let's say to backtest, right? That's the decision you make, right? Some people make the decision to not backtest. Why wouldn't you, right? You backtesting is you sharpening your sword like a knight, let's say, right? If you want to make it a little cool, right? Like a knight sharpens their sword. That's literally how you get your edge, right? You get your edge on the market, right? If you don't backtest, how are you going to have confidence in your strat? How are you going to have confidence to leverage in, buy more accounts, scale up, and go for those big payouts, those big home runs that really matter, You're not. You're going to be stuck in the loop because you're just gambling and relying on support and resistance, breakout, chasing price, FOMOing into trades. You don't even know where your stop is. You're over leveraging. You're just clueless. Maybe you and your friends are doing the same thing. You guys are just in a Discord call together every morning, right? You and your buddy, let's say, just sending trades together. It's like the blind leading the blind, right? get a mentor or go learn something, right? Whatever it is, get a mentorship, join a Discord, watch someone trade live, or like just watch YouTube videos. There's so many strategy videos out there. That's a decision you make. Everything's a decision. You make the decision to go do the extra work, to go watch videos, to go study, to go backtest, to go do everything you know you need to do, right? Leveraging the trades, oversizing. Those are all decisions, right? You need to prioritize your goals more than your habits, right? When you lose an account, right? Yeah, it sucks, but it's just like paying tuition, right? It happens to everybody. But if you make a mistake, just don't make it again, right? Use that tuition money from that learning experience for the future. Save yourself a couple dollars and stop doing it. I see a lot of traders, right, come into the game and they're trading for 3 years, 4 years, and they're unprofitable. Like, bro, like, yeah, that's a long time. That's normal. I think it takes people around 3-4 years to really like master and like get a grip on the market, like a literal bachelor's degree in college, right? But you know, then you go for the masters at 6 years, right? I'm a year off, bro. But hey, 5 years, hey, it is what it is. But you know, it takes people a while, right? But people can get profitable fast. Like my friend, you know, he's up 30 bands on the month, and he's only been trading for 10 months. And don't compare yourself to him, though. You know, maybe he's an oddball, but he started knowing me, right? And started on the right foot. Started with discipline. Started with a strategy, a model he could put confidence into, and he scaled up and he made a lot of money, right? And 10 months ago, he knew nothing about the market at all. So, you know, but some people take way longer, right? I mean, he got his payout pretty fast, right? I have another mentorship student that got their first payout within like the first week of doing a one-on-one. But, you know, that's besides the point. Some people take a little longer, right? But the people that do it faster, they're usually working a little harder. They're usually a little more disciplined. They usually don't make as many mistakes, or if they make them, they stop making them. They realize what they're doing and they stop. Like, I'll give them a plan. I'll be like, okay, use hard stops. They know exactly how much you're risking on every trade, and they actually follow the rules. We'll set rules like, okay, your personal rule is if you lose 2 trades in a row or 3 trades in a row, whatever it is, you know, so you don't go until you have to hop off, right? And that's your personal limit, right? And you have to follow that with a max stop on that day, like a dollar amount of risk on your account, right? So it's up to you to fix how many contracts you want to go into your trade, but you know exactly the plan going into the day, right? You have rules, personal rules set for yourself. If you have a good model, all you have to do is follow your model with some discipline, and boom, you're gonna get payouts. It's that simple. Like, there's firms out there you can get payouts in 3 days, not even 5 days, 3 days, right? So you can get payouts really, really fast. Payouts are the easy part. The hard part is following your model with some discipline. That's where most traders struggle, right? So, you know, and I was in the same shoes, right? Like now, you know, 10, 20, 30, you know, those months are easy. But I'm saying, like, at the time, like 2 years ago or whatever it was, oh my God, I was in a whole different space. Like that, I couldn't even imagine that, right? Like I was blowing accounts, just like losing money every day, right? I only became profitable when, because you could learn everything about the chart, right? But until you tell yourself, I'm going to make the decision to actually stop making the stupid mistakes I've been doing for however long you've been trading, that's when you're going to get that shift, right? We could sit here, talk about the charts all we want, yip yap, right? None of that matters if you cannot master your mind, right? Like literally, I'm so dead ass. Like even if you have the best model, right? If you're FOMOing out of your trades, right? Or you're not backtesting enough and you don't have confidence in your model, right? You might psych yourself out and sell before it hits your stop and then watch it hit your TP because you're not backtesting, you don't have confidence, right? Backtesting builds confidence. The BBC method, it sounds corny as fuck, but like backtesting builds confidence. It's that simple, right? Do it. It's that simple. You know that even if you're paying for a software, it's like $30 a month, let's say. That $30 is gonna make you more money and save you money and blown evals. Like I don't understand where it gets through your head. I don't understand. So yeah, find a model and follow with some discipline, and the payouts will come. It's really that easy. You know, I've taught a lot of people, and the ones that are always successful are the ones that actually listen, you know, and come into the day with a plan every day. You don't need to be doing these cold plunges before you wake up, this yip yap, ice your balls a little bit before the market open so you could think clear-minded. No, then none of that actually matters. At the end of the day, what matters is you in the chart. It's you versus you game, right? You don't need to rely on nobody else. Even if you're in Discord, right, and you're taking signals from someone, if they put out a trade signal and you're going to take it, it's you that makes the decision to take that trade, right? You can't blame them for a trade or whatever it is. Like, you make the decision with them. Learn the model, back test it, so you can build some confidence with it. If you don't like the trade, don't take it. If you like the trade, take it, right? Be self-dependent, right? When I became profitable was when I was self-dependent. Sorry, fucking aneurysm for a second. But when I was self-dependent and I actually started backtesting, doing the extra work, and stopped making the mistakes I made for so long, I could have saved myself so much money. So that's why I'm making this video, so that hopefully you take my advice and don't do it. And hopefully I save you some money, blown evals, some blown live accounts, whatever it is, right? Anything. I hope I could help. Maybe you learned something. Maybe I motivated you. Anything, right? I hope you gained something from this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a subscribe, right? I'm trying to get to 1,000. That would be amazing. And yeah, leave a comment. I read all my comments. So like, I love reading the comments, seeing what you guys have to say. It's always pretty interesting and replying to them. So yeah, leave something down below. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.